Hello, everyone. I'm that one nerd, Jacob.
Man,
And welcome to the third take of this episode of Those Nerds on a Podcast, where OBS decided to fuck up and be like, your microphone? Nah, we don't see it anywhere.
what microphone?
And then the first take, legit, as soon as I pressed record, I got an Adobe notification. So yeah, we were saying, and I'm just gonna make this short and sweet because I don't want to repeat the whole thing. I got a membership at Planet Fitness. I'm sore as fuck. I got the premium membership because it comes with some pretty decent add-ons that I feel like are worth it. And then this man over here made me my workout regimen.
I did.
Is there any specific reason you labeled it as BDSM?
So the acronym would be easier to remember.
You could have done like ABCD.
No.
You could have.
Listen. Part of it is steeped in tradition, and the other part is steeped in practicality. The tradition is to call it BDSM. The practicality of it is people remember that because it's BDSM.
But yeah, anyway, in the second take, I said that Planet Fitness is nowhere near as bad as people make it out to be, and then Caleb compared it to hating on Nickelback.
Yeah.
So now you're caught up with the 5 minutes we lost.
Look at this photograph!
But yeah, no, like, I wound up working out with both the actual list you had me start on, and then the bike ride for a little over an hour. And then had that hydro massage done, which legit, what it is there's beds, right? And it's kind of like a vinyl leather on the top. And at first I was like, oh, I wonder how this is going to work. It's legit just a power wash that goes up and down your body, but since it's being protected by that layer of vinyl or leather, it's not actually tearing your skin to shreds, and it feels pretty nice. I need to just sit in the actual massage chair next time, though, because it was nice. I will continue using it, but massage chair and hydro massage are just two different things, and I feel like you got to do both. And then I showered because there was a
stretch afterwards.
I did.
Good.
Yeah, I stretched for about 2 minutes. But yeah, my main fear while I was in the shower wasn't, oh, I might get athlete's foot because I forgot to bring, flip-flops to shower in, since if you ever use a public shower, you're supposed to try to do that. No, it was that someone was going to come and take the backpack that I set right next to the shower that I was using.
Don't they have lockers?
They do, but they're on the other side of the locker room. Like, I used the lockers to put my backpack in while I was working out. And then I took it out and set it next to my shower.
Yeah.
Why
did you do that extra step?
Because
just left it in the locker.
Well, my towel and my change of clothes were in there.
It's a locker room. You just change in the locker room.
And also, I wanted to be able to put my phone and my wallet and keys somewhere next to me. Because, like, I don't mind using the locker, but I need to get an actual lock. That's another reason I had it set right next to my shower. So that way, every couple of seconds, I could, like, peek out, make sure no one stole my phone,
But, buddy.
I'm paranoid of public spaces and my shit getting stolen, okay?
Woo, buddy.
Woo, buddy.
Woo, buddy.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah?
Yeah, you do. But yeah, and then after the gym, I got home, I meal prepped, watched like 5 or 6 episodes of One Piece.
I thank God every day for making me a one man.
I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. I want to say after today, I'm on episode 20. I basically got past the, I would say spoilers, but this season came out in the fucking 90s. So I even told the people that were making me watch it, I said, if you accidentally spoil something for me that isn't like within the last 3 seasons, I genuinely can't get mad. I've had all this time to watch it. But it was whenever Usopp joined the Straw Hat Pirates, took down Captain Kudo from killing the small child and inheriting her fortune.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, and then the last episode that I did watch, they went to a treasure island that was literally called Treasure Island, and there was the guy that was stuck in the chest.
I love that episode.
That was weird.
It gets weirder.
I know it gets weirder because anytime I go to Netflix and I open it up, like right now, I'm in like, oh yeah, this is like true pirate era. And then whenever I see the cover photo for it on Netflix, it looks like they're in the fucking future with robots and shit. So I'm just like, how does it get here? I can't wait for it though.
Maybe the real One Piece is the friends we made along the way.
Oh my god. But yeah, and then I played some Breath of the Wild because I'm replaying through Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, aka I never beat Breath of the Wild. I started Tears of the Kingdom, so I kind of don't know what's going on, but I also kind of do.
That confused Unga Bunga SpongeBob meme just
Yeah, I need to get better about like just playing games for my own personal enjoyment. Like, I stream.
No. Stream and monetize everything. You get no personal joy anymore. You must feed into the pyramid scheme.
Here's the thing. Like, I'll use the Pokemon stream from Monday, for example, or the Pokemon portion of the stream. I was pretty talkative, but then I realized for the last, like, 45 minutes of the entire Pokemon stream, I was dead silent. And I'm like, huh. Sometimes I kind of run out of ways to flap my fucking gums for a few minutes, you know? Like,
you need to increase your yapping.
I need to increase my yapping. That's why I have the 10-15 minutes at the beginning of the stream just for yapping, you know?
I gotta level up my yapping skill.
Yeah, dude. My yapping skill, it's at a 5, you know. My cringe level's at a 30, you know.
In terms of your yapping, how are you putting all your points into strength, or you're putting all your points into dexterity? Like, what's going on, buddy?
I think my yapping is only strength, which is why, like, my dexterity on yapping is so low. So whenever no one's in chat, but as soon as someone's in chat, oh, I'm strong with that. I can yap for hours.
You see, with my base stats, I had to basically increase my RNG and magic abilities with my yapping, which is why some of my shit comes out of left field and some of it bombs. But whenever it lands, oh boy!
Oh boy, does it land!
Oh yeah!
Yeah, buddy. But yeah, no, like, I don't know. It was nice to just be able to play a single player game, not have to worry about streaming it, not have to worry about, you know, playing games with friends where we have to communicate all the time. I just enjoyed sitting in silence and enjoying the experience in front of me. So this is how I'm announcing that I'm retiring from streaming. No, I'm kidding. No. As much as I enjoy having that personal time, I love streaming too much. I could never fully leave it, even if I wanted to.
Charity gets so worried whenever you increase the amount of doing this now, because she's just like, oh god, he's gonna burn out again.
So the main reason I increased it, right? And the thing that burnt me out before is because I had a schedule, but I didn't have a schedule. And it wound up being
too inflexible.
I was about to say it wound up being Fortnite 3 or 4 days a week. And not only did that burn me out from streaming, that burned me out from Fortnite as well. And granted, yes, a lot of the streams lately still have been Fortnite, but that's because what the homies have been voting for. I'm about to take Fortnite out of the homies stream for next week vote. Just throwing that out there now. I'm not allowing it to be Fortnite. But so
he took away, changed the game, so it can't be Fortnite.
Yeah, change the game's gone. But no, so now that I have it more scheduled to where, you know, Monday's community nights, aside from, you know, this past Monday because I'm going to be out of town Friday most likely after work, Monday being community nights, Wednesday being co-op nights for me and Summer, and then Friday being a mix of single player streams and homies night. I feel like that gives me enough variety and versatility to where I don't get bored of it and really burnt out, because whenever every stream was Fortnite, great, we're doing the same thing over and over. It's not really organic for me. It feels forced at that point. And then whenever I would prioritize, like, say the Pokemon Emerald Nuzlocke from last year before that. No, it was last year because I lived in this apartment.
You mean when you ran head first at the legendary at the top of the tower?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And it's also the fact that I only did that like 2 or 3 days a week. Is someone fucking calling me? No, shut the fuck up, Twitch. I don't care that someone's streaming. Man, I don't mean it like that. I love watching people stream, but right now I am busy. But no, like,
I can't watch his stream and play Minecraft at the same time. Right now I can't do that.
But yeah, like I'm making sure I diversify it enough to where, oh yeah, this way I don't get burnt out. This way this game doesn't burn out for me. Because also last season of Fortnite I got burnt out on real quick. Because again, we were playing it 2 or 3 times a week on stream. Fortnite is really all me and Summer play together anymore. Because it's either we play Fortnite or we play Clubhouse games. And Clubhouse games is a classic because it's just a bunch of classic board games and card games. But those aren't really meant to last for like a 2-hour play session. You kind of play through them in like 30-40 minutes and then you're like, okay, what's next?
I wish there was a cross-platform game that we could all play that was just board game, like Cards and Chinese checkers, and it's just shit talking the whole time.
See, if we had 2 separate laptops, I have Board Game Simulator on my laptop. And as long as I don't run OBS, it's not a very demanding game by any means. I can play it just fine. But, you know, then Summer doesn't have a computer. And that's another reason I like trying to play games with Summer, and that's why I have one night of the week for streams dedicated to it. Is just because that was another reason I got burnt out originally, was I wasn't getting to spend time with her.
Yeah.
And now I feel like we've both got it worked out in our personal schedules to where it's like, okay, perfect. We have Tuesday and Thursday. Those are, unless she wants to stream one of those days, which normally she'll stream until I get home. So that still gives her a solid 1.5, 2 hours.
Yep.
So that gives us time to hang out, just be together. We got weekends aside from fucking Sunday, because no one wants to stay and work Sundays. They all want to quit. So I have to take them. But yeah, like we've definitely got a system worked out now to where it's not, oh, well, I don't get to hang out with Summer, or, oh, I don't get to stream. Like, we worked it out perfectly.
Oh, okay. I saw an icon on my computer that opened up to a website, and I was like, what does this go to again? And I opened it randomly in the middle of our podcast recording. It was just a board game that I was interested in.
ADHD be like.
But I'm glad that you get to spend more time with your girl, and you get more time to like balance everything out. So it's that's one of the main reasons I don't post a schedule. It's because I just stream whenever I want.
And see, I get that. I could never shame anybody for doing that, because it's like, yeah, do what you need to do to make yourself comfortable. But with me, I have to schedule damn near everything in my life, or else I feel like I'm not in control of it.
Yeah, my wife is the same way. So, but the thing is, she likes to defer to me to make decisions about timelines and stuff. And so she'll be like, "When do you plan on going over to this location?" I'm like, in a bit. It drives her fucking nuts.
Yeah, no, I get that. But also, like, whenever I go places, anytime I go to work, I'm 15 minutes early. Like, I know that my drive to work is 20 minutes, but I still leave like 10, 15 minutes early because I'm anxious about missing work or being late because of traffic. So I always have to be early. And then, like I said, going back to streaming, the times I still have kind of loose. I know it's like, oh, starts at 7:30, but then I'll always be like, hey, I got some stuff going on. It'll be closer to 8 or 8:30. And it's more flexible in that aspect. I just like having those 3 set days to where I know, like, hey, I'm going home. I'm doing this. I'm getting money. Just kidding. Kinda.
I mean, you also are in a different position than I am because you're a Twitch affiliate. So there's like people that pay for your streams. You know?
To be fair, Caleb, you're pretty much, you and Dan are the only two that will come in on a monthly basis and renew your subscriptions and then pay for charity and summers. Like, you two carry at least 5 subscriptions a month. Also, remember when Dan forgot to cancel his tier 3 for like half a year?
He's just like, Jesus.
And I even begged him on stream. I'm like, Dan, you have no extra benefits for being a tier 3. Please stop.
Dan, I appreciate it, but think of the Snickers bars you could have.
That's at least, you know, 6 king size Snickers bars that you're spending on me.
Yeah.
Am I worth 6 king size Snicker bars? I know you're diabetic, so you're not going to eat them, but is it really worth it?
I mean, he might eat them in a pinch. He's like, oh shit, I'm out of glucose tablets. Nom, nom, nom.
Oh my god. And something we should bring up. We didn't want to talk about wrestling the whole time. We talked about this before it. WrestleMania was great. Fuck yeah, Cody. Finished the story. And I 100% called it with Money in the Bank cash-in.
Drop a comment below if you want us to talk about it more.
Seriously, if someone comments saying, like, what's y'all's thoughts on WrestleMania 40? I'll do it. We'll do it.
Ask us about anything, actually. We'll talk about it.
Dude, seriously, like, the amount of times we go into a podcast recording, like, hey, what do you want to talk about? I don't fucking know. Let's just shoot from the hip. Give us shit to talk about, and there is a 90% chance we will look at it and be like, that's a good idea.
And literally, Jake is the only filter about what we'll talk about. I'll talk about anything, any subject. I don't give a shit. It's usually Jake going, no, 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 no.
Yeah. I get to the point where I'm like, oh, I don't want our channel to get banned, you know? Like.
So in 1932.
Oh man. But yeah, seriously, if you ever want to see us talk about something, drop a comment down below. I know for the podcast next week, I need to actually go through and save pictures of GameCube games because we got to get back on the tier list grind, bro. We got to get back on the, you know, tier listing every console. Dude, speaking of Nintendo though, 3DS and Wii U, they're done.
It was bound to happen.
Their internet connectivity got shut off.
Yep.
It's the Wii all over again.
Yeah.
Too bad I don't have a 3DS anymore.
You know, it's one of those deals where it was really, really cool that at one point you were able to take a Pokemon Green cartridge and transfer it all the way up to your Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
At the same fucking time.
Technically not a cartridge, but virtual console. But I know what you're talking about.
At the same time, who the fuck wants to do that when you have Pokemon Go? You don't need to do that. And Jake, no, it's not even practical.
I am a Pokemon fan. Listen.
Stats don't even transfer cleanly anymore.
Nintendo. Here's the fucking deal. Now that the 3DS is gone, now that the 3DS has been taken offline, put all the old Pokemon games on the Switch. I will pay out the ass for some classic Pokemon games. I will never have to download an emulator again if you guys just give me what I want. I have no problem giving you my money. You just have to give me a way to give you my money.
I never understood that. Nintendo's like, don't pirate our games. Make them available on the latest console. No! Like, sorry, I don't want to spend $200 on a copy of fucking Pokemon Heart Gold or Soul Silver.
Sony has been doing what we've been asking Nintendo to do for a fucking decade.
Yeah, like, Nintendo, I will gladly pay an extra, like, 10, 15 bucks for the pre-3DS Pokemon games. Like, I will pay you $10 to $15 for red, blue, yellow, gold, silver, crystal, ruby, sapphire, emerald, fucking diamond, pearl, platinum. Just kidding, they got BDSM.
They're not even big games. They're like, what, 20 megabytes on a goddamn thing?
Yeah.
You know how many of those you can fucking have on a Switch?
And, like, what I really want them to do is take the first 3 gens, charge, like, 70 bucks for it. Charge 70 bucks for it. And then just give us the first 3 gens on a single cartridge. You know how many people would willingly go out and buy that? I know I would. And guess what? If they really want the money, they could do Pokemon Collection A, Pokemon Collection B, and put red, gold, ruby on one, put blue, silver, and sapphire on the other, and then you'd have people that would buy both.
You know what I thought?
What?
You could do the Pokemon Classics, and then like maybe for like make it sort of like a Game Pass where they keep adding the old game to the pass, and then like you pay a monthly subscription for it.
Man, it's almost as if fucking Nintendo Switch Online exists and they've been able to do this for about a year now and they still haven't.
They are Nintendo. It's the most frustrating thing to be a Nintendo fan sometimes.
It is.
It's like, how are you this brilliant and this dumb at the same time?
Like, you already have an emulator built in for your online subscribers. You could throw on the Pokemon games. Sure, I get that it might be difficult to try to wire over, like, oh, well, now we have to give these apps Pokemon Home connectivity. I get that there might be a problem there, but I'm pretty sure it can't be a problem that they can't solve in a month tops. And, like, the amount of people every time there's a Pokemon Presents that will put, like, oh, they're gonna finally put the classic Pokemon games on there. And they are saying, like, some people don't subscribe to Nintendo Switch Online, but I've seen people say, if they put any of the classic Pokemon games on there, I am going to be subscribing immediately. Again, that is free money, Nintendo. That is a free $20 to $50 a year.
But Pokemon Company be like, nah, man, here's another glitchy open world thing.
As much as I love Scarlet and Violet, you're fucking right.
Half the time they don't even have the proper turn animations. It's literally just...
Okay, so here's the thing with that.
I know it's from the original games.
No, I'm not talking original games. So Sword and Shield, the animations still weren't the best, but they were more drawn out, and players complained. They're like, oh, well, the animations are taking too long. So then they simplified the animations, and now people are like, what the fuck is wrong with these animations? Make them like the last game. What do you want? I understand to an extent. Like, some of them, absolutely god-awful. But if you're gonna go and be like, oh, well, this 10-second animation takes too long, and then complain about getting what you wanted, there is no fan base that hates their fandom more than the Pokemon fan base.
To be fair, the average Pokemon fan is a cringy 14-year-old.
I would like to argue against that.
The average Pokemon fan is the lonely, nerd-ass motherfucker. I see way more adults talking about Pokemon than I do children.
It is a game for kids.
Okay, and that doesn't mean they're the main okay, they're the main target audience, but I guarantee you they're not the ones getting all the games. I'd say that the 18 and under demographic makes up 45% of sales.
That's a huge number.
Yeah, but that means 18 and up, you have more than half of that demographic. You can't say that the average is 14-year-old kids. I highly disagree with that.
I think that it's true. Because let's be honest, most people, they grow up and they stop buying the games. And then there's fuckers like us that are like, wow, I think I'll just keep buying the shit. I'm sorry, man.
Oh man. Am I autistic? It's okay, Incineroar. It's okay, Pikachu and Eevee Nintendo Switch case.
It's okay, Bulbasaur, who is also a plant pot.
Yeah, it's okay, buddy. It's okay, Bulbasaur, that's also a plant pot. It's okay, Ivysaur. It's okay, Build-A-Bear Bulbasaur that's in the bedroom and I'm not gonna pick up to get.
It's okay, Gengar Switch Games case.
God damn it, we're failures, aren't we?
We're not failures. We just happen to enjoy something that's also enjoyed by the average teenager. That's okay. We both like Yu-Gi-Oh! Nobody likes that anymore.
True, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is so past its prime.
But I think what happened with Yu-Gi-Oh! is that they, in an attempt to keep things interesting, they kept adding mechanics until they kind of spun themselves out of a whack. And now it's almost impossible to like slow the game down anymore.
Not only did they add too many mechanics, but the mechanics that they added, a majority of them were way too complicated to understand to most casual players. And that's the thing, like, a lot of the mechanics seem to lean heavily towards tournament players.
Yep.
What's that? 20% of your audience that'll actually go to tournaments?
Yep.
And I'm not even talking nationals. I'm just talking like going to your local card shop because you see that they have a tournament. I don't do that. I mean, if I were better at the game, I would, but I'm also not trying to spend $500 to make a perfect deck. And that's another thing is Master Duel. You go online, you're getting 1 turn killed or 2 turn killed every game.
Well, not if you play my deck, but still.
This is why I prefer getting the Speed Duel format cards. Because right now they're only up to Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Oh my god, it is so fucking simple now. Like, the duels are quicker. Don't get me wrong, I love me a good duel. I remember some of me and Caleb's hour-and-a-half classics. Like, I remember those very well.
The 9-man multi-duels.
How pretty much every wrestling pay-per-view would culminate to everyone that was there that had Yu-Gi-Oh cards playing, and then me loaning someone a deck and be like, you're learning.
And inexplicably, Tristan would win.
I know we brought it up before, but it's because he never knew what he was doing, so no one would target him, and then all of a sudden, oh my god, he's got Blue Eyes White Dragon, Obelisk the Tormentor, he's got fucking...
and then everyone's like, target Caleb! And I'm like...
That's because you are an annoying, stalling piece of shit, and everyone hates you. You know what
I'm not even sorry.
You know what
sorry.
We gotta, for an episode of the podcast at some point, just have the episode just us playing Master Duel, but just talking like we normally do. Because that's what most of the duels would be. It's like, oh yeah, I'm narrating what my turn is, but then we're just talking.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, it might make great content for people that have the attention span of a fucking duck, and they're able to just look at the pretty card game. Look at the pretty card game.
Hold on, guys. Let me put Subway Surfers down here and then a Minecraft parkour up here. That way you guys will pay attention.
Insert shitty TikTok that music that goes do 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 do.
I will admit, TikTok has ruined my attention span a little bit. I'm not gonna say it's to the extent of some people. Like, I can still sit down and watch a movie without checking my phone every 5 seconds. Like, yeah, I'll check it if I'm talking to a friend while I'm watching the movie. Not at a movie theater. I'm talking, like, just at home, casually.
Yeah.
So it's like, I can sit down and do that, but Millie Bobby Brown, you know who she is, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So she went in an interview and she's like, yeah, people always tell me, watch this movie, watch that movie. I can't sit down and watch movies. I think they're too long. Bro, this generation and the next generation, so Gen Z and Gen Alpha, cooked. We're done for.
I noticed the other day that I was really bored and I was just going scroll through YouTube shorts, and I was like, so I pulled up, so I went over to the normal tab of YouTube. I put on like background noise and I just read a chapter of a book because I was like, I need to combat this. I'm being programmed. Fuck, get it off me. Get it off me.
I need to get back into the habit of reading because for my birthday, Summer got me, which you can't really see it very well, but it's the 4-book Hunger Games set. She admitted it was kind of a selfish purchase because she also wanted to read them, but I was going at a pretty solid pace. I told myself, I said, every night before I go to bed, I have to read at least one chapter.
Yeah.
And that would take me 10, 15 minutes, maybe?
Yep.
Who the fuck
It is
knocked? Summer, did you knock on the door? Guess it's the upstairs neighbor doing upstairs neighbor shit. What were you saying?
Yeah, you should be able to read a chapter in about 10 to 15 minutes. It is a book designed to be read by teenage girls.
Damn it. I can't even really argue with you. Nah, but I'm a big Hunger Games fan, and me and Summer both got back into the kick whenever Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes released in theaters late last year, and we loved the movie, so that's what caused me, like, originally I wanted to get, physical copies. I enjoy having physical media because digital media can be gone at the snap of a finger at any given second. Yep. Which is ironic that I got a digital only Xbox, but also the original Xbox One was running like a potato. If I didn't, that thing might have blown up. But I prefer physical media, so I wish I had the physical books because I also feel like that would encourage me to read it more. Whereas, I have to go on my phone to read this book. I got a notification on Twitter. Let me scroll through. Like, Summer was doing it earlier. We were doing crosswords before we started the podcast. That's another thing we do before we go to bed. We try to do a crossword every night. Yep. And I noticed her phone was on Do Not Disturb. I'm like, why is it on Do Not Disturb? She's like, because if it's not, I'll get 50 Twitter notifications while we're trying to do this crossword. So I think that's another thing is I just have to disconnect the world around me for a few minutes. Like, I was going through earlier while I was doing my meal prep and kind of setting up, because on iPhone you can set up focuses and stuff. I've had my work focus set up for a while to where I only get like work-related things, and then I can also get notifications from text, phone, FaceTime, stuff like that. So like social media, I don't get notifications. Discord, I don't get notifications because I would get distracted at work. I'd be wanting to run inside and check my phone every once in a while. So I started setting that up to where like at 10 o'clock every night, my phone gets to that limited notifications. Again, only certain things can go by. And I want to give myself like the last 45 minutes to an hour of a day, just not scrolling through anything, not watching YouTube. I want to be able to read. Like I said,
it helps you sleep.
It does. And then, doing the crosswords as well. I've noticed that I get knocked out really quick. Like we'll be halfway done with a crossword and I'm like, man, I'm tired. I can actually go to sleep at a decent time tonight.
I had to use my brain for something that wasn't just consuming.
And it's so ironic me saying it because, I want to be a content creator, like that's my dream career. Do I think it's going to happen? Only time will tell. But I also realize how toxic it is for your brain. Like for a while, I had time limits set on my phone for social media. I had it set to where during the week I had 30 minutes. During the weekend, I had an hour. And that worked. And then for the first half of March, aside from Instagram, because I feel like that's the only one that's kind of warranted having on a phone over a desktop or a laptop, I deleted all social media. So got rid of Twitter, got rid of Facebook, got rid of Reddit, That was the best one.
I haven't been on Reddit in a very long time.
I only really look at Reddit for like kind of niche-ish communities, so that way you don't have the brain dead dumbasses that'll go in and comment. Yes, exactly. Like I never go through the front page of Reddit. I only ever scroll through what my joined communities are.
I thought of a podcast idea.
What are we reading on Reddit, Caleb?
We have to sit there and read and react to the front page of Reddit.
Oh my god, we're gonna lose brain cells. I'm down for that. That's not bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like I deleted all those for about 2 weeks, and then that was also whenever I noticed I was reading more. I was wanting to do more crosswords. Whenever I got bored, instead of wanting to scroll through TikTok or Twitter or Facebook or anything like that, I wanted to do things that were healthy for my brain. Novel idea. Getting rid of the things that are killing your brain makes it better. And because of that, I'm genuinely considering like just deleting social media off my phone again and getting on it maybe once or twice a week before I stream or something like that, so I can be like, okay, let me see what I missed out on.
It's one of those deals where if you don't know how, or you're just incapable of regulating how you take in your social media, it's going to hurt you. For instance, you know how I'm able to like not lose brain cells on X and stuff like that?
Yeah.
The accounts that pop up for me on my For You page that bother me and piss me off, just block those accounts.
Oh yeah, no, same. Like that's why the block button is there. And guess what? Even though the algorithm on Twitter is not as good as some other social media sites, it'll at least recognize like, oh, you blocked this account that kind of specializes in these kind of posts. We're going to recommend that less for you.
Yeah.
So like I take heavy advantage of the block button as well. Don't get me wrong.
The weird thing about X is that I've almost developed the skill where I can tell who's a robot and who's not. And it's not even because it's just the big one is when I go to like when I go look on something viral, and then like I look at 4 different comments and they all say the exact same thing in the exact same phrasing, exact same grammar, and I'm just like, you motherfuckers are robots.
Yeah. So anybody that's struggling with social media addiction, again, I set some time limits on my phone. Occasionally I would break those time limits by, putting in the passcode, asking for more time. But if you want to be less poisoned by social media, set a time limit on it. Like, do whatever you feel like is a reasonable amount for you, but never more than, I would say, an hour. Like an hour or less. And that's not per app. That's for every social media app combined. So do that. Or if you know that you can safely disconnect, because I know there's some people that use Twitter and Instagram as a way to talk to their friends. If you're using it for that, don't delete it off your phone. You need to have a way to talk to your friends. But if you're like me and you really only communicate through like text, Discord, Snapchat occasionally,
you should join that one Discord server.
Yo, yeah, dude. Shoot, I guess because I put our where to find us in the last podcast, I guess I could put our Discords in there.
It's in our link. It's in my link tree.
Yeah, and mine's in mine. But yeah, so if you don't use social media apps as a way to actually stay connected with people that you know you want to keep in touch with on a regular basis, just delete it.
Yeah. The only reason I'm on Facebook is because my mother is on Facebook. Half the time, I don't look at my mother's Facebook posts. Because she'll just take a picture of a chicken and then just say chicken.
Yeah, she will. I can confirm. That is what Caleb's mom posts.
I'm just like, okay, and then she'll post something like 2:30 in the morning, like, nobody fucking loves me, I hate myself. I'm like, go to bed. You feel like that because you need to go to bed.
Dude, her posts go all over the place. It'll go, like you said, chicken, to depressing post, to, oh, Evan's going to prom.
Oh, look at my greasy boy.
Greasy boy. Yeah, honestly, probably after we get done filming the podcast for the day, I'm probably about to just delete social media off my phone again. It's become a distraction, especially now since I'm trying to do Duolingo. I've got a... How long of a streak do I have?
My bird is so old and wrinkly.
I have a 34-day streak on Duolingo right now. And before, I was waking up, knocking out a lesson or two. On break, I mean, now I don't do it because that's whenever I try to catch up on One Piece, is during my break. Because whenever I get home, me and Summer will watch Once Upon a Time, eat dinner, and then I'll either stream or we'll play something together on non-stream days.
Is Once Upon a Time still going, or are you guys just comfort watching it?
So she's comfort watching it. I've never seen a single episode up until she started making me watch it last year, and I'm a fan of it. I will say this current season, I hope she doesn't hear me.
It's just okay.
Which
The one with Hades, they're trying to rescue Hook from the underworld.
I think it's just okay.
Because it doesn't. They don't really do anything. A lot of the people just stand there and do nothing.
Yeah, I know. There's like seasons 1 through 3 had action almost every single episode. So I was like, oh, dude, I'm hooked. Season 4, oh, this isn't bad. Season 5.
Charming be like, I too am in this episode.
Henry walking up out of nowhere. Hey, I'm still relevant to the plot.
I will defeat you, Greek god, because my friends believe in me. Huh?
They really do lean more and more heavily on, I have the power of friendship, family, and love. That is like every fucking episode lately.
Didn't she crush the huntsman's heart like in season 1 and like straight up kill the dude out of spite? Yes. And then she learned from it.
But yeah, like I said, seasons 1 through 3, I was a huge fan of. If we would have stopped there, I would have been happy. Season 4, I was okay with. Season 5 so far, it just feels like they're writing the show because they are contractually obligated.
Rumpelstiltskin carrying certain episodes, like, my back.
So, oh my god, Rumpelstiltskin is such an up and down character with me. I loved him, and then I hated him, and then I loved him, and then I hated him, and now I'm like, oh, well, I want to like you, but I know you're gonna stab everybody in the back in some way again, so I don't want to love you.
Watch me do something redeemable. Yippee! And then ruin it.
Exactly! That is the Rumpelstiltskin pipeline.
Step 1, be evil. Step 2, nah. Step 3, repeat.
Oh my god, dude.
Still though, that line was mellow as fuck when he's like, I'm a villain, and villains don't get happy endings. And then fucking I was like, geez, oh my god. And then they brought him back and like, damn it.
Yeah.
Damn it! That was such a metal fucking way to go.
And then the fucking cop out how he was a regular guy, and then oh man, Hook's a dark one now. We gotta save him. And then he's like, well, actually, Diddy, I put a transfer on him. You didn't get rid of the darkness. They transferred it to me. And I'm just like, motherfucker, learn, motherfucker, learn from your mistakes.
I felt Rumpelstiltskin. I feel like being silly today.
Silly, goofy little guy.
I feel like being silly. Ruins somebody's life.
I'm just saying though, Hook should have killed him while he was still a dark one, so that way none of this shit would happen. But you know, plot. You know, Rumpelstiltskin's kind of a main character, so...
When I'm in a Disney show and I expect consequences to people's actions.
Dude, and the fact that Belle goes back to him so many times.
Yeah. Yep.
Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on me again, apparently, because I'm gonna go crawling back to you anyway. Rumpo! I love you, Rumpo! Please, Rumpo!
He is so handsome, though.
He
quite
is.
honestly.
He is.
He's so fucking handsome.
Aside from his teeth, if you don't look at his teeth,
I think that adds charm. Actually, it's like the fact that he has slight imperfection. It's like, oh.
fair. God, dude. But yeah, so that's what we watch whenever we're together. And then she has shows that she watches on her own. I watch One Piece now.
My wife and I watch a bunch of
My wife.
we watch a bunch of animes together that I wish she would be interested in, and most of the time works out really nice. Like Rising of the Shield Hero. She fucking loves that show.
Hell yeah. I told Summer after we finish Once Upon a Time, I'm going to make her watch Death Note.
Oh, that's quite the jump.
Well,
That's
here's
quite
the thing. Here's the reason it happens. So, Simpsons, Treehouse of Horror. Treehouse of
Yeah.
Horror from The Simpsons. This past year, they did one part of that episode that parodied Death Note.
And she didn't get it, and you were like,
No, she was like, how accurate is this to the plot? And I'm like, pretty accurate.
it's like I want you to understand these fucking memes about Death Note, where it's just like if he wants Baja Blast, Baja, as in comedy show, he's going to kill somebody at the comedy show.
Yeah, exactly.
That's exactly what Elle would think. But if I send out all the invitations to the comedy shows on Windows XP, that means he would it's just like
I just wanted to understand this. The amount of overthinking that they do in that entire show.
maybe I should make my wife she's not very into like the whole cosmic horror death thing. Although to be fair, I made her watch Berserk, so
See, Summer is into that stuff as well. Like Summer, her comfort movie is It Chapter 1 and Chapter 2. Those are her comfort movies. Those are the movies she watches whenever she wants to feel better. Oh, she texted. And 1990, my bad. And the OG. She loves horror, so I feel like I almost said One Piece. Death Note doesn't fully play into that horror aspect, but I feel like it would have enough of it to make her enjoy it. Yeah.
Since this is coming out the 10th, my birthday is gonna be past next week's my last podcast episode of the
You're cutting out again. What?
my birthday is coming up. I'll be 24 by the time the next podcast drops.
Sometimes I forget that you're not even a full year older than me.
I definitely don't look it.
Yeah.
I look fucking ancient compared to you.
I was about to say, look at me. I got a little stubble on my chin. That's all I got. And then you got this motherfucker over here.
Lines on my forehead, the fucking dark spots under my eyes, I've got gray spots in my beard, Jacob.
But see, I noticed one thing. My smile lines sometimes, whenever I'm not doing anything with my face, are still there. So I'm like, oh, wrinkles, I'm old. Listen.
Oh well.
No, the thing that does make me feel old,
In 2 months, my oldest nephew is going to be 14 years old.
motherfuckers, I think he started high school this year or he's starting next year.
You want me to make you feel really old?
Hmm.
You know those retro CDs that like get put on the shelves of Walmart?
Who was it?
Brain was on a classic rock.
Dude. one of my coworkers, one of the other managers, I should say, at work, he listens to the classic rock station all the time. They played Linkin Park on it. They played Linkin Park on a classic rock station. I grew up with that shit.
Welcome to the classic era.
Like, and
people say when people say games from 20 years ago, you and I think of stuff like Mario.
I was about to say, I think of Mario Brothers,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Metroid.
No, man.
bro, Mario Sunshine.
Sonic Adventure 2006. Super Mario Galaxy was 15 years ago.
I love how you always call it Sonic Adventure 2006. It's technically Sonic Adventure, but it's also never been referred to as that. But you're right. Dude,
Sonic Adventure. Which one? The 2006 one.
The true fans of the series will be like, shit, it is pretty much Sonic Adventure, but then the other ones will be like, no, that's just Sonic 06. That's whatever they tried to reboot it and make him bang a human. But yeah, no, like, there's so many things that I had when I was a kid. Like, I know a lot of people consider if it's older than like 15 or 20 years, it's retro. The GameCube, the console that came out the year I was born, could technically be considered a retro console. I am a retro human. What did you Google? What did you Google? Oh no.
Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah.
16 years ago.
It's
It came
okay.
It came out in 2008.
It's okay. In 2-3 years, the Wii will be 20 years old.
When did Halo come out?
2001.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. One of the best first-person shooter franchises of all time is 23 years old.
Half-Life 3 win. Is not in development at Valve right now. God,
Fuck you, Gabe. Dude.
just say you don't know how to finish it. Just say it. Just say it.
One thing I will still always stand by, every time I see it on Twitter, I repost it. It's a thing that says if the Nintendo DS is older than you, shut the fuck up. 2003. The DS came out in 2003.
The Nintendo, but dude, the Nintendo DS can vote.
Yeah.
Hell, the Nintendo DS could buy a handgun in all 50 states.
Yeah. But no, what I'm just saying is like, the DS is 21 years old. And if I see anybody younger, like, I now understand how people looked at me whenever I was first joining the workforce. They were like, oh, you're just a little baby. No, I'm 17. Now I see all these high schoolers at my job, and I'm like, oh, you're just a little baby. And I'm like, oh, fuck. Oh, no, I get it now.
Evan Collins is 7 months away from having the same voting power as you.
No. And I know he was at prom. Was this his junior or senior prom?
I don't fucking know.
I want to say it's junior because he's not 18 yet.
He's 17.
If
So,
he's
you know.
if he's graduating this year, I'll have to kill myself.
That's a little much, but okay.
Listen, I'll be too goddamn old.
Dude, my freshman year was 10 years ago.
Holy
Nobody in high
fuck.
school remembers you.
I was about to say, like, I was telling my dad, this was, like, shortly after we moved, again, into this apartment. I told him, I'm like, if I went back to that high school to visit, there would be nobody in that school aside from Evan and Miguel that know me, because everyone that I went to high school with, freshman to senior, is gone now.
Yep.
They're all graduated.
Yep.
Like, I graduated high school 5 years ago. This has been the fastest 5 years of my life.
Yep. What hit me is when I graduated, and then you and Seth graduated. And I was like, damn. People
And
are
then
starting to-
Tristan
And
graduated.
then Christian graduated. I was like, oh.
Too many fucking people graduate. Wait, no, that sounds like a bad thing. Please graduate. I meant too many people we know are starting to graduate, and it makes me feel old.
Wait till I tell you that Liam is about to be in middle school.
Bro,
Wait till I tell you.
anytime I go and visit y'all over there, or I guess I can't say y'all, but whenever I visit your family over there, he still acts the exact same way he did. Whenever he was crying, whenever you lost the MWF championship. To me. Listen, I genuinely, sometime in the future, I don't know how soon it would be, and I don't even care if it's like we're not actually fully professional. I want to have a match that we upload to this channel now that we're at least somewhat trained, and we finish out the MWF once and for all.
We just call it once and for all.
Yeah, and we gotta have like a 20-minute barn burner at the very least. We just gotta convince Brandon. We gotta convince Brandon to put us on the card. And like put it at the beginning, so that way it's like, oh yeah, the actual matches are coming after that. But if we would only record our portion and upload it here, we could spin it to be the main event. But I'm just saying, like,
you want me to hit you in the head with a brick?
I want us to do anything we can to each other
I
that
meant,
we
like,
know our bodies can
metaphorically.
take. Oh yes.
Amelia's about to start school.
No.
Yeah, the girl, my little sister that is 19 years younger than me is about to start school.
19 years.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
She can talk in full sentences.
Oh, I
And
know she
don't.
can. She talked to me in summer whenever we went up there for Christmas.
Yeah. She didn't talk to me very much.
She said, "Oh, big scary guy. Oh, hi, you look like a teddy bear. What's your name?" "My name's Jake. Fuck you."
Get away from me.
But no, another podcast idea that came up as we were looking stuff up. I want to just make a list of random things, and we have to guess if they're older than us or younger than us.
Oh my god.
Or we can say if they were within 5 years of us being born, or if they were older than that or newer than that.
Is this our generation, the next generation, or before our generation?
Because, like, I swear, and one thing that pains me, obviously no one uses them anymore, but hearing people ask, "What's a VHS player?"
Actually, what would be a better thing would be to say how long ago did this item come out? And we would say something like, like 4 years. And it'd be like 7. And you'd be like, oh.
And then we go by golf rules. Whoever has the lowest score at the end, which means they were closer to the year, wins.
Yeah, that sounds like a better format.
I would have to have Summer throw that together for us, so that way one of us doesn't immediately know everything. I might be like, "Hey, Summer, you wanna help us out with a podcast episode?"
I know you have Let Us Blank to you to worry about, but still.
yeah, we might have Let Us Blank to you to worry about, but just throw together a list of like 30 products. And by products, I mean try to keep it to stuff we know, like video games, movies, and music. And wrestling. Dude, you know what's crazy to think about?
What?
The WrestleMania that came out the year I was born was WrestleMania 17.
Yeah, Stone Cold and The Rock. And then The Rock got chokeslammed by The Undertaker a couple days ago.
Dude, that was so poetic. While we're on the topic of it, I do love that they had Roman's biggest rivals come out to fuck him over. Like, you had Jay come out there. You had Cena come out there. You had Rollins come out there, which I seriously thought it was Moxley whenever the Shield music hit.
I thought it was Dean.
Like, as soon as the Shield music hit, I'm like, oh, well, Seth is dead, so they re-signed Ambrose. And then they brought out The Undertaker. Like,
I thought, what I thought it was going to be is, I thought that because they tricked us with Seth and The Rock came out, it was going to be Dean to take out Rock.
oh my God. The only thing that disappointed me about
the dog, and I was like, Taker.
yeah, no, I genuinely screamed. I'm like, Undertaker.
Oh, fuck! And then he's just like, I still got a couple more choke slams in me. Wham!
But yeah, like, fucking, I remember at the end of the match too, whenever Cody did win, Summer was sitting in the living room, and then her friend Lavender and one of Lavender's friends came over because they were at the medieval fair in Norman, so they're like, oh, we're gonna pop by and say hi. As soon as Cody won, I couldn't even say anything. I just sat there. I was like, oh.
And then Cole started crying. I was like, is he crying? And you're like, I don't know. I'm like, he is crying.
Seeing Michael Cole and Cody hug at the end of the show, and Michael Cole saying, I love you, good job. I'm just like, oh, Michael, you're making me cry, Michael.
But the thing is that now we understand what. Believe it or not, when Vince isn't screaming in Michael's ear every 30 fucking seconds, he can actually talk.
Mm-hmm. It's almost as if Michael Cole's a great commentator. He's great at what he does.
But the thing is that you used to see Michael Cole's old interviews with Rock back in and into the 2000s, and I'm like, where the fuck is that Michael Cole? And then Vince stops yelling in his ear. I'm like, oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh my God. Well, we are at about an hour, a little over an hour. Caleb, do you have anything you'd like to say before we end this episode here?
I actually did have some, but I'm back.
I'll stall for time while you think about it. As Caleb mentioned, we got Let Us Blank to You to worry about. Go check out me and Summer's podcast, Let Us Blank to You, every Tuesday, 6 a.m. Check out yesterday's episode. We did 3 tier lists because I thought each tier list was going to take a lot longer than it did. And it didn't. We tier list Animal Crossing villagers, starter Pokemon, and the Avatar characters. Check it out and flame us in the comments because I know some of y'all are going to have something to say about it.
Oh yeah, I remember. Remember, kids, the Myers-Briggs personality test is just astrology for nerds. Okay.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, that does it for another episode of Those Nerds on a Podcast. Thank you so much for watching, listening, wherever you're from. Have a good one, and we will see you guys next.
You will quit it.
We will see you guys next week with some more of Those Nerds on a Podcast. And also, if you're wanting to keep up with streams and stuff, we got a charity week going on over on twitch.tv/thatonenerdjacob next week. All the profits that the channel makes are going to Feeding America, and to cap off the entire week, we got a 12-hour stream. So be there or be square. Y'all have a good one. Caleb just fucking dabbed. Caleb, did you know the dab is almost 10 years old?
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you,
See you guys!
Fuck you!